Hello, fellow kaiju fans. I am GPTV, and welcome to today's Ultraman Nexus live reaction stream. How we doing tonight? How we doing? Can you shut the door? Anyway, yes, today we're watching 2 episodes of Ultraman Nexus. For any new viewers, this is in fact my first time watching Ultraman Nexus. So this is gonna be fun. All right. Let's look at this chat. Okay, Andy Jedi 1. Why is the chat bugging, bro? There we go. Andy Jedi 1, XQ Paragon. What's good? The ceiling. Izani, welcome back. Luis, hello. Godzilla not. Izani says, never sat down to watch a real episode. I have sat down to watch episodes of Nexus before, but this is my first time. It's been like 2 random episodes. So I don't even remember which ones they were, legitimately. So this is my first time seeing basically every episode of this show. Godzilla Nut says chat spoil. Squeeze me. Godzilla Nut says chat spoil posting and caution posting stash. Okay, buddy. Max says Ethan. No, bring Ethan back. Hey, he's the one who wanted to leave. It's not up to me. He switched races. No, I'm still doing the 5K. And he's gonna be gutted. Interesting. Michael says, Hayden, you owe me Clash. You are not watching anything. We can Clash after I watch. How about that? Actually, microphone should be much closer to my face. How crisp am I, ladies and gentlemen? How crisp is my voice in your ears? How do my vibrations? Never mind. I'm just not gonna say any of that. I'm just not gonna say any of that because you wouldn't want me to. Trust me. All right. Lucas the Unbelievable, welcome. Tummy attack him. Nathan's not here right now. I actually don't know where he is. We are leaking GPTV tonight. Interesting. Do you promise no lying this time? I'll send my biggest fan after you, and she will hurt you. Michael, after the stream, we will clash. Sounding Mike. Lucas says, can Hayden give us 5 Apex Shakers for free? No. Yo, you okay, man? Yeah? What brings... What's the source of this question? Uh-oh. Nathan's gonna beat my ass if I pull up to their dorm late at night, so it better be really worth it, Michael. Yeah. Anyway, Ultraman Nexus. Who's ready for Ultraman Nexus? To recap the last stream, I wasn't really feeling it, honestly. I think the first 3 episodes, they're like story-wise fine, character-wise fine, effects-wise pretty terrible, and yeah, and they're low-key kind of boring. Hayden Wolf Mongolian throat singing stream. Between this stream and the next stream, I'll practice. Oh, goop. Goopy! Jay says, after done with Nexus, which show are you gonna watch next? Ultraman Theo. He only says, me. I don't know what that means. Get a tail, too. Probably wouldn't be that hard to get one here. Yeah. Alright, I feel like the analytics are frozen on my stream right now. There we go. It's more accurate. They are frozen. Okay. Plug connected tail. Oh. Matt gave $1. You know what that means? One shake. You get one shake. Not a good one, but that's what you get. You know, when it's like getting gas station food, you know, it's never gonna be good if it's cheap. GPD shake. Amateur. If you want to see the master at work, go back to the older streams. Dun, 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 dun. Yo, a powerful force of wind hit me. Nice. Nice. So, okay, well, everyone's loving that, so I guess it was a better shake than I realized. I don't even know my own strength. I'm gonna end my life. Alright, so who wants to watch Ultraman Nexus? Who is hyped for let's see, what episodes am I watching? Metafield is first. That's the titular episode of this stream, because I feel like that would get the most views in. Hayden Wolf Bowser fart next dono. Better be a massive donation. Andy Jedi is hyped. Oh, new Blazar fight scene in the new Ultraman recap? Hold on. I know there was the Gamedon armor fight scene. I watched that. It was pretty sick. Crazy to me seeing a new fight in a recap show. Like, it was probably the highest quality one we've gotten. Did Space Beast appear already in the first episode? I haven't watched the first ep. There's been these slug things, which also are going to appear in episode 4. So monster-wise, you haven't missed anything. Ultraman recap show worth watching? Potentially. Alright, I think I'm gonna crack open some Nexus right meow. I'm kind of tired, so bear with me tonight. Also, let me know what the audio's like. I think I fixed it after the last stream. Also, I think in the next stream, I think between now and the next stream, I'm going to try and just generally fix up this, the placement of the screen. Maybe I'll crop it or something so it wouldn't kind of match the aspect ratio here. I don't know, but what I do know is I'm not in focus. Why is my microphone in focus? No, I'm prettier. I'm more handsome and attractive. Please. Pull that focus right to my bro. There we go. There we go. Just shout at this pig, dude. I'm just thinking about him right now. Lighting's kind of overbearing on him. There we go. Look at my little pig, bro. Ugh. Pig City. Ultraman Nexus! When did this get here? Since when? You know? Let me look at the chat one more time before I start. A recent preview of the recap shows that we're getting a new Blazer fight scene. Yeah, that's what I was looking at. Izani says, I'll be a spectator in the next 5 minutes. Gotta throw the trash out. Surya, welcome. Godzilla says, wear a pig suit? I like the way you think. Lucas the Unbelievable says, the feral pig is in the closet. GPTV final form is diabolical. Alright, we're starting the episode. Sluggy. Oh god, that thing looks horrible. That thing looks so bad. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna check the audio. Because I'm a psychopath. I'm gonna check the audio. Oh god, that thing looks horrible. That thing looks so bad. Yeah, I mean, you really can't hear the episode, but that's a good thing. I'll turn it up a little bit, though. And there's Ultraman. Sorry, I'm just locked in, guys. Unfortunately, Nexus is a show you kind of gotta lock in for. Hi, Michael. Oh, yes. Nexus, if anything, has an amazing soundtrack. Alright, we'll see. Hopefully this does not get flagged. I think the footage is small enough that it wouldn't. How do you say his name again? Himeo? XQ Paragon says my favorite opening of the franchise. It is a pretty good opening. It's definitely not my favorite. That goes to Dinah. Dinah's my favorite song ever. My favorite piece of music ever composed is the Dinah opening. This is definitely a pretty solid opening. Like, I can see why it would be your favorite. Godzilla Nut says you kind of have to lock in with anything subbed. Yeah. Honestly, though, yeah. I guess with this format. See, I miss having my monitors stacked like I do at home. Instead, they're side by side here. Oh, good lord. I forgot about that. 4 episodes in a row of this. I couldn't imagine watching this weekly. So literally, I think this is only tolerable because it's not a weekly thing. Goopy. Yeah, who is bro? Holy edgelord, bro. His hair looks greasy. Oh, goopy slugs! I cannot remotely take those things seriously. I couldn't imagine watching this weekly. Neither were the kids when the show aired. Yeah. Oh. You know, so hold on. In this world, you know, has he ever seen a hologram before? Has he ever seen technology even remotely adjacent to a hologram before? He just saw a man physically dissolve in front of him in the blink of an eye, and he went, oh. Awesome, guys. If you were to tell me holograms were common here, then maybe I wouldn't. Now, this is interesting, though. Oh, is he going to end up being... Who's the first Dark Ultra? He just saw a space beast. You know, I'd be surprised by everything. You know... I would be like... at the end of my line, bro. If I saw a space beast and I saw someone disappear in front of me, I'd be like, oh my... What now? And then I'd faint and start jorking or something. Actually, there is a guarantee because it's Ultraman, bro. At least Nexus knows how to use its darker tone. We'll see. It will. Dude, you know, while watching this, I can't just help but think we need a new generation version of this. They better tone down the use of CGI. A Diddy. Mom! There's a Diddy blood in the woods! You know, that's really just it's, you know, yep. On God. Ultra 7X fumbled its darker tone. I need to watch Ultra 7X properly. Taguchi tried to do a much darker tone with Blazer, but the higher-ups didn't let him do it beyond episode 1 because they literally have PTSD from Nexus. I do appreciate Blazar's changes in tone, though. It does get pretty dark at times. Also, here, realistically, I don't think Ultraman needs to, like, specifically have a darker tone to be more mature and work. Ultimately, what Ultraman is missing is, like, being prestigious, you know? Like, if they just put down the, like, extra toyetic stuff. You know, this is really what Blazar took strides in. is making it palatable to all audiences, like genuinely palatable to all audiences. Like, toys aren't in your face. Children's messages aren't shoved in your face. I mean, the perfect example of how to do a children's centric episode correctly is in Blazar. It's the Gavadon episode. That episode, it even makes me emotional at times. Like the part of the episode where all the kids are making the giant Gavadon in the dirt. Like, dude, like that's a powerful scene. And ultimately I think that is why Taguchi is 100%, without a doubt, the best Ultraman director, is because it feels as if his directing style is, one, like, naturally prestigious, and two, everything he does also has an air of attempting to be prestigious with it as well. I think really that is what Ultraman is missing, especially after Omega. Omega was missing prestige, which ironically it started off with an incredibly prestigious opening. Not to spam that word, but it's true. With the CGI stuff, like if we could just continue that, if Ultraman can really focus on being a work of art first and foremost, then it would shine, which I know is hard to do when Tsuburaya has kind of sold its soul to the devil of Bandai, but Blazar is the perfect example of, like, working around these limitations. So I think if we truly do get more shows like Ultraman Blazar, iron out that formula, like, then we're golden. Like, I don't think, like, a serious tone obviously would be nice to spice things up, because Ultraman rarely does delve into something super serious. But I do think actually focusing on art first is what's most important. But I would, of course, if they were to announce that Ultraman Theo is going to be a new gen Nexus, they're obviously, they wouldn't, and I wouldn't want them to even, I wouldn't want them to say it like that. Like, obviously, like a spiritual successor in a sense, noticeably while watching to Nexus in terms of the tone, I would be happy. I'd be like, this is a welcome change. And I especially with how Ultraman is now in what they would be able to achieve, as long as they're funneling an artistic vision first and foremost into it, I think Ultraman would work in any way, unless it's super childish. But then again, like I said, if it's like the Gavadon episode of Blazar, it's perfect. Excuparion says, you're right. Hold on. Well, let me get a sip of water first. No, it's not water, but Sorry. XQ says, you're right. It doesn't really need a mature tone. The majority of the franchise has done many messages that Nexus did. The only difference is they had to sugarcoat a little. And David, hello David. And XQ says, with Taguchi, 2 other projects this year being dark fantasy theme, I wonder if this will carry over to I wonder if this will carry over to Theo if he's the director. That's a good point. Maybe. I mean, I could see if he was trying to push for a darker tone with Blazar, and you could definitely see it peeking through a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised if he continued to push that until the dam slowly but surely breaks more and more and lets more through. Like, I could see Ultraman Theo being at the very least on the level of Blazar, if not even a little more. Probably, I would argue definitely not to the levels of Nexus, but at least, a good middle ground, a strong middle ground, which I think a lot of fans, I have yet to see. Yeah, I still need to watch more Nexus, and obviously I need to finish this episode before I can even say anything about what I think is really the general consensus of it. But I think Nexus is at least is baseline good enough, and then also has a dark tone, which really sets it apart from most other Ultraman shows. And I feel like a lot of fans are drawn to that dark tone. One, because it's very unique to Nexus, and two, because they just naturally enjoy that tone of project. So I think people don't necessarily want Nexus again. They really do just want that tone. Godzilla says, strong start to safe and boring stretch to the end is Omega. Wait, let me say that. Strong start to safe and boring stretch to the end is Omega. I agree, yeah. Pixel Chris! Guys, it was Pixel Chris's birthday yesterday. Everyone wished Pixel Chris a happy birthday yesterday. And XQ Paragon, you're Ultra, right? In my server. Wasn't it your... Or no? Are you? Can I check if OBS open? Just let me know in the chat, actually. Izani says Bandai is EA's love child. Okay, yes. Well, and it was your birthday yesterday, right? If that's true, everyone wish him a happy birthday. Let's see. Monzo Ding says you're still early in the show, bro. I'm well aware. That's why I'm not general. I'm being cautiously generalizing. Also, can you guys hear that music in the background? Just out of curiosity. HG Paragon says if Theo takes the strengths of Blazar and tweaks its weaknesses, I'm gonna guess you mean tweaks. I'll read it like that. If Theo takes the strength of Blazar and tweaks its weaknesses, it can legitimately be one of the best shows in Ultraman. I think it could be. I think if any Ultraman show is going to be the best Ultraman show in the modern era, it's going to be Theo. Theo is the... If Taguchi is the one directing, that's the one. More Take humor. HG Paragon says, going back to Nexus, the problem is a lot of Nexus fans like Nexus because of its dark tone and not what they did with said tone. They don't care to elaborate why Nexus is good beyond, oh, it's dark. See, that's what I've seen very little of the show so far, but from what I've seen so far, that's kind of the vibe I'm getting. But let's get back to this episode. Bro, his name's literally Ultraman. Of course he's a good guy. I think Ultraman's gonna fight this thing, guys. It's quite the interesting way to dispatch. Why does Bro seem a little aroused by Ultraman? I mean, I also am. But we don't need to talk about that. Awesome. Those are pretty cool jet designs. We haven't gotten a new good excuse me. We haven't gotten a new good jet in Ultraman in a while. Keyword good, by the way. Why does his jacket remind me of Mirai and Mebius from Ultra Galaxy Mega Monster Battle, the movie? Who? Whose jacket? Hey, where do you watch Ultraman Nexus with good quality? I got this from the Internet Archive. Oh no, not the slug. How to do that, bro? Himea? Oh, I see. I mean, it's just kind of a brown leather jacket. I have a jacket that looks like that. Nexus. Oh boy. Sluggy. You monster. You don't say. Hello, deadly koala. Hedora! Oh my god. Oh, is this the first time it's being seen by the public? Holy L, bro. Even the Night Raiders are a useless attack team. I love this soundtrack, though. Alright, Nexus, let's see a fight. Oh my god, are they gonna die? Is one of the fireballs gonna slam right into the room? Uh-oh. Oh, I don't think she's gonna be able to do that because he's gonna die. He's gonna lose his life imminently. Bro, you're in a plane. You know what planes do? They move. Get out of the way. Oh, yes. gorgeous rise. I would argue the first perfect Ultraman rise is the Nexus one. Well, I guess I'm not familiar with the Cosmos ones. Oh! Dang. Alright, Nexus. Prove yourself. Dang, that is a good looking form. Is this metafield time? I think it's metafield time. Gosh, this like well, this track from the soundtrack is, it will never get old. Alright, what's gonna come of him being inside the metafield? Do they ever explain what this thing is? Because I guess I've never really questioned it. I probably should. What is the metafield? That was sick. Because, like, what are these glowing structures? Because, like, I get doing Ultraman but edgy. But, like, this is genuinely this is genuinely just such a random thing to include. You know, and that's also just such a great design. You know? I'm seeing it and we're all thinking it. You know, it's... It really is Hedorah, huh? I would say the metafield set does look nice. Like, this is pretty. If they at least try to do something different with it. Pretty off at that. Oh, it can't get too old, can it? Hello, Jake Hambrick. Welcome to the chat. Dang. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Oh, yes. The P! What? He doesn't explode? Holy blue ball. Those glowing structures were an addition by the production team to make the set feel more alive. So there's no excuse me. There's no in-universe explanation for that. Metafield is a battlefield created by Ultraman using their body. If their body was weakened, the metafield also cannot use, and also it will get worse. Interesting. They really do spam this track, though. I just said it wouldn't get old, but... Title drop. Who is she again? You know, it would, having watched Ultraman the Next before this, it would be really interesting if Ultraman did start with a movie. What the Men in Black, bro? Got like interrupted by a yawn. Anyway, it would be quite interesting if Ultraman did, if the shows did start with a movie before they led into the show. That way you could see like familiar characters appear. It could like, I don't know, skip the week in introductions sometimes. I don't know, I just got a sense in the moment where that woman walked out of the car, I was like, what if she's the scientist woman from Ultraman the Next? Like, not... I know she isn't, but I was like, what if she was? Like, in a world where she was. Like, that would be interesting to already get that. Because, like, in the sense where you'd see, like, a returning character from, like, they have their role in their arc and then they show up again later. It's like, those are unique dynamics. And to be able to get that, like, at the beginning of an Ultraman show would be really interesting. XG Paragon says she's part of the memory police who are in charge of erasing memories of meta beasts from civilians who saw them. Oh, space beasts. Okay, yeah. The scientists from the Next will appear in Nexus. Oh, do they now? Interesting. Finally, a new monster. What, the Godzilla? Is that a cicada? Oh boy. Alright. That was probably the best episode of them so far. It was the most engaging, I feel like. We actually got to see a fight, and it was a pretty good looking fight too, in the meta field. But now we get a new monster. Yay. Episode 5. I low-key forget how you say the title. Dunamist? Dunamist? Dunamist. Goop Bila. Bro, no. I Dunamist. Okay. A very beautiful shot. They showed this in the first episode, right? That's a very good shot. Coop is the new piggy. A piggy. Interesting. Why? Oh. You know, such incredible shot. What is going on, bro? Such incredible shots. And then the black. I don't know what those were supposed to be. Why is he checking them out? SU Paragon says, a little behind the scenes fact. Originally, June, the Nexus guy, was going to be a terrorist, but then Supro remembered a certain event from 3 years ago, so they changed it. Interesting. Well, I don't think anyone in America was watching this anyway. But what do you mean by terrorist? Was he going to fly planes into buildings? The Dunamist. I gotta get used to saying that. That was his old friend. His old friend, Diddy. And then there's Godzilla being an embodiment of a nuke. Good work, Japan. Why do you say that like that's a bad thing? XG Paragon says, Super at some point considered Nexus to air in the States, so some consideration were taken. Gotcha. Well, it's airing in the States now, baby! Thank God you're not a terrorist. I would have lost my mind. Dunamist. Dunamist. I don't know. It looks like Dunamist to me, bro. Creepy. Quite the name. Interesting. You know who he looks like? He looks like Juggler's Juggler. Just a little bit. Why is he glaring at these kids, bro? Okay. Is this his daughter? Okay. Codename Ultraman. Ultraman Blazer reference. Holy glare. Yes. Wow, such good footage they have. Johnny says, random question, but do you like Gunpla or Gundam/Gunpla by chance? I have not gotten into that quite yet. I haven't watched any Gundam. I'm not a model kit guy, so I might watch Gundam stuff at some point though. I mean, to be fair, they're kind of right. Like, I would say out of every Ultraman, really, they have the most right to be concerned about Nexus here. Just guessing, considering the amount of Tokusatsu merch you had. Just watch the first episode of the 79 Gundam and you'll understand the franchise. Interesting. Yeah, this, I mean, great area effects, but not these bugs. Experience says, I kind of wish the whole Can We Trust Ultraman thing was more prominent in Blazer since a bunch of the marketing kind of hinted that. Yeah, that's very fair. I think the biggest issue with Blazer in that regard was simply the line in the trailer. I remember the guy in charge, you know, the one older guy who was prominent early in the show. I forget his name, but he when he said, "I need you to defeat the monster before Ultraman," like, I remember that line like really sticking with me because I was like, "Oh man, that's like a really interesting premise." That it's like they gotta focus on beating the monster first, but then Earth Garen did nothing. And Buggy. It was oh Buggy. Uh-oh. They're gonna die. Ishiparian says, it was the line, use Earth Garen to defeat a kaiju before Ultraman does. Yeah, and that was a great line. I wish this show, like, focused on that more. Bug feet. Oh, it's the song from the halftime card or whatever you want to call it. I was waiting for the Nexus. Alpha, Beta, and Gamma? Holy Ultraman Z, bro. XP Paragon says this was the budget saving season of the second gen era. Now compare its production value with Omega, the budget saving season of new gen. This has more production value, I would argue. Like considering the time. I could also definitely see how this was actually, well, maybe not. Because I could easily see how this was the money saving season. The meta field. Same kaiju 4 episodes in a row. Very flattering pictures, bro. That's so mean, bro. Godzilla! Oh. Interesting. That's a pretty good kaiju design, though. I can't lie. Oh, he's got no eyes. Alright, give us a good fight. I thought that was an actual shot for a second. Hello, Nexus. Oh, yes. God, Nexus has such a good battle theme, dude. This thing having the Godzilla roar is freaking me out. Oh, I love the flashes when he kicks him. That's just... that is the Godzilla roar. That is definitely a bug-looking kaiju. You know, it's funny you should say that because this definitely is one of the best bug-looking kaiju. That's the Mechagodzilla 2 roar, bro. Did it bite it? Oh, I thought it bit its wiener. The more I watch Ultraman fight scenes or Toku fight scenes in general, the more I understand why studio actors are paid more than the main cast in Toku. That makes sense. Actually, that makes me happy. What the Mothra? What the Rodan? This is just every Godzilla kaiju roar mixed into one monster. Oh yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Ho ho! Oh, buggy. Hello, Mechagodzilla. Is he gonna do the meta field? 6,000 and 8,000 what, bro? What unit of measurement are we using? What is the metric here? He can't do the meta field in his Anfin's form. Well, he can change form. Also, banger track. This is... Call me a chud, bro, but this is my favorite episode. This is giving me hope. If Dio brings back multiple jets for the defense team, I'm going to start crying tears of happiness. It has been so long. It's been so long. Cat people. Oh, yes. That camera move was nice. That was not. Oh. No! Bro, the Knight Raider is subtracting aura. That's his penis! He tore his dick off! Gosh, if only there was some way I could get away from this location in battle. Bro. You know, if... I will say, I kind of take back what I, first of all, especially in Beam. Second of all, it is strange to me now that with the context of Ultraman the Next being a thing before this, that they would try to kill him. Because, like, don't they know by now that he's not a bad guy? Also, why we act... This is kind of acting like the Nexus didn't happen, now that I think about it. Experience says, I'm not going to spoil it, but you'll see why the events of the Nexus never brought up until midway of the show. Gotcha. Also, since they know he's a guy, come on now. Come on now. What is going on? Well, guess we have to stop right there. Very poor timing. Wait until the end of the show. The end is wild. You're not gonna tell what the end looks like. I do actually know what the end looks like, but I'm aware of Noah. I've seen the Zagi fight. What's an episode? Oh, is 7 that Dark Ultraman? Should I also watch episode 6 today? Because now that more is going on. Because if I watch episode 6, then because yeah, 7 starts a new arc, right? Well, the reason I'm at, yeah, 7 starts a new. Oh, wow. He's in the next one? Wow. Looks like a lot of lore is in the next one. And Galberos. Oh, wow. Holy epic. Okay. Wow. The next episode looks very good. That looks like the show is actually starting to pick up. You think I should wait till next week to watch the next one? Is what the general consensus is here. Let's see. Yeah, looks like Dark Faust, right? He's in 7. Yeah, you know what? I'll download 6 and 7 right now. Yeah. All right, so definitely picking up. The show is definitely picking up. Both episodes far stronger than the last week. Not to mention I think truly the biggest improvement, the most needed improvement by far was the kaiju. The monster in the first 4 episodes was just not doing anything for me. A very, very weak first, a very, very weak first kaiju for 1, and 2, it did not have what we needed to last 4 episodes. It did not have it. Also, today's stream, very, very poor turnout. Not many people showed up tonight. Very, very unfortunate. I guess I've only been streaming for an hour, but still. Usually there's a lot more. Usually there's double the people. Maybe Dark Faust will have what it takes to reel in viewers next time. But don't worry, I'm not gonna stop doing this just because it's not getting a lot of views. I say lying. Just kidding. What is this picture of Faust on the wiki? It's him human size? He's human sized? Bum 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 bum. Faust has a great design. My God, I'm looking at him right now. Hold on. Oh, is there? I wish there was a quicker way to put this on the stream. Yeah, I'll just do it. Let's put this design on screen right now. Just a quick appreciation of a great design. I forget what is the other Dark Ultraman besides Faust and Zagi? What's his name again? Or her name? I don't know that. But remind me what the name is. Either way, you can't drop the series now. Yeah, no. I love the clown mode. Mephisto, yeah. Let's see. What does he look like again? That's what he looks like. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, Mephisto's definitely got my favorite of the Dark Ultra designs from this show. Although Faust is really nice. That is a really nice Dark Ultra. Now, actually, I actually know nothing about these two. I know a little bit about Zagi. I know nothing about these two. These are some sick designs. Like, these are nice. They're clean. God. The face Mephisto has. And yeah, you know what? I'm actually, out of anything in the show, I am most looking forward to learning about these guys. Bring up Dark Lucifer's design, the canceled finale villain of Nexus. Dark Lucifer. Oh, wow. Interesting. Yeah, definitely stronger of a villain design than Zagi. I know Nexus's finale is rushed because of obvious unfortunate reasons. But my God, that is significantly better than Zagi. Now, I will say Zagi Zagi does look pretty cool. In fact, Zagi's design would work better. Zagi's design, I would argue, would be fantastic. If why can't I just let me copy a freaking picture of him? Okay, of course we gotta make this difficult for me. Zagi's design would be. What are we doing, bro? Okay, whatever. What I'm trying to say is Zagi's design would look fantastic if Noah didn't exist. Where is he? There he is. This would be a phenomenal design if Noah didn't exist, because it's just Black Noah. I wish Dark Ultras could be more like these two. They need to bring them back somehow. It's too cool, man. But Zagi became the blueprint. He really did. I don't understand. I mean, like, that's a great design, but just look at these two. Like, what a wannabe, bro. I mean, this is a fantastic lineup of Dark Ultras, but why? Why does Zagi just... Honestly, if anything, I think Zagi has the stronger design between him and Noah. In fact, I really do not care for Noah's design that much. I think I would argue instead of Zagi having a different design, Noah should have had a different design. Because Zagi actually does have a very, very, very good design. Just from, like, again, ignoring Noah's existence. Actually, you know what? I do want to compare him to Noah. How similar are they? Because I'm yeah, no, they're pretty similar. And Noah's pretty ugly. Low Kirk genuinely, I think Zagi is just locked in Noah. Noah is an ugly design, and as far as powerful Ultraman go, he is mogged by Legend. Ultraman Legend is the powerful Ultraman design. It is the quintessential powerful Ultraman design. Look at this. I mean, mogged. Absolutely mogged. I don't know what this pose Legend is doing is, but the design itself, my god, that is a phenomenal design. Let's see what the chat thinks. Oh, hello, Goji guy. Not Blazer. Don't know what we were talking about. This is Ultraman Legend and Ultraman Noah. Ultraman Nexus is the Ultraman show from 2004. But yeah. That angle isn't doing Noah any justice. You know what? Yeah, here. I'll even be so kind as to give Noah a different angle. Which, by the way, if you guys are wondering what the actual hierarchy of powerful Ultraman go, let me remind you here. Strongest Ultraman is Ultraman King. Ultraman King is definitely the strongest Ultraman. Legend would be second, and then Noah. Noah is third. Noah is weaker than Legend. King is the strongest, yeah. Let me see. All right. Yes. Let's get a better picture of Noah. However, what Noah does have that he's the oldest one. Noah is the oldest Ultraman. Yeah. Let's here. He looks more locked in here. I'll give him that. And here, I'll get a better, not a better pose for Legend as well. We can directly compare them here. Direct comparison. Let's see here. Oh, he's big. Direct comparison. All right. Let's put it up to the chat. Let's put, you know what? Enough bias from me. Genuinely, which of these do we think is a better design? Genuinely, which do we think is a better design? Let's not bring up power scaling in Ultraman. Well, see, that's the thing, though. Like, it's not even the fact that it's power scaling. It's everyone always glazes Noah, says he's the strongest Ultraman. No, he's not. Everyone forgets about Legend. It's not about the power scaling. It's about the fact that people forget Legend is stronger. And also forget Ultraman King exists at all for some reason. Why have we never seen King fight Bazanga? Because he's scared. We've hardly seen King fight at all. Broken Cosmo says... King has more feats at the moment, so he isn't wrong. King does. Saga is 4th. Let me check. Who's 4th here? No, that would be Mebius Infinity. They're both chopped, but no for me. I like the wings. Okay. It's just like Noah falls apart for me as soon as Zagi. That's not. There he is. As soon as Zagi comes into the. What are we doing? Zagi. There we go. As soon as Zagi comes in the picture, because that is just the better Noah design for me personally. That is just the better version of Noah. What am I doing? There. Like, Noah, it's a decent design. Legend is just like that, whatever that symbol, it just screams Legend to me. Although I will say the coloration Noah has here, I think it suits his design better than Nexus. I do think it is a nicer design than Nexus. Godzilla says, but I do wish Noah had more armor instead of muscle detail. Honestly, if anything, I think that is what is strongest about his design. Is that, as for an Ultraman, Noah looks like raw muscle. Like, that's all he is. Now, since we bring up Ultraman Saga, I actually, you know what? I've been glazing. I've been giving some glaze to Legend here, which I do think Legend is a very underappreciated design. But I 100% think the best Super Ultra design is Saga. It is 100% Saga. Both mogged. Get them off the screen. Look at this beast. That is how you design a powerful Ultraman. That is how you design the chaos of raw power incarnate. Ultramen who were never meant to mix. Ultramen from different dimensions altogether coming together into something that looks like it's not even supposed to exist. That is a phenomenal design. Goji Guy says, I'm looking at the list you sent me a while back. Was it made pre-Blazar? I believe it was. Let me see. Yeah, that was made the very beginning of 2023, so right before Blazer. I imagine in that list, actually, let me look at the categories here. I believe Blazer would probably be in either full ultras or higher level ultras. One of those two. Probably with Ferdinand armor, he would make it the higher level. And then full ultra in his base form. If I had to guess. Were you ranking Blazer with the arc stuff in mind? What specifically? Like how little he did in arc? See, that's just a writing issue. Godzilla says, I feel like Noah would be better suited to anime because of how his wings look on the suit. That I do agree with. Now, with your comment about the muscle and wishing there was more armor, in fact, I do think potentially the kind of issue I had between Zagi and Noah would be fully solved if Noah had more armor and Zagi was the like raw muscle one, the like aura farmer, whereas like Noah was the like that power incarnate. Again, mugged by Saga here. Gorgeous design. Let's see if I can genuinely fit all three on screen here. Yeah, no, you gotta go behind, buddy. Yeah, I mean, like, Saga is mogging. Saga is mogging here. Let's see. Well, I mean, the cube was used to kill that one fella. Arc already having wildly powerful cubes. Oh, are you asking where I would... Oh, the Blazer cube, you mean? Like in his ability to create that? The Ferdinand armor was compared to dynamic type Decker and Eternity Trigger. Yeah. Anything for my goat to be stronger. Yeah, Blazar is a pretty darn powerful Ultraman. I would say though, is this from a what you sent me, Goji guys? Is this from a magazine? Because the magazines sometimes just be saying things. But because I can tell you right now, dynamic type is not that powerful. I'm seeing where it's placed on this list that I sent you. It might not even be on there, honestly. Yeah, Decker might not be on this list. Let's see. Ultraman Blazer strongest. No. Broken Cosmos' Arc's Galaxy armor was busted. It was basically an auto win form. Yeah, Arc's Galaxy armor was pretty powerful, but it's... I can't imagine it would bring him out of like a full Ultra category. Well, maybe a pretty powerful. It's like... It was a very powerful armor, but I just feel like we never got to see it used to its fullest. Saga is like Galaxy Color and Legend is Mystic Color, almost kind of, yeah. Legend does look very mystical. Goji guy says, I have yet to see Omega. Is it good story wise? If it's a butt story, is he at least strong enough? Oh my god, I can't read. I guess if it's a butt story, is he at least strong so I can maybe make a video on him? Like if the story is buns and he's weak, then I don't know if I will watch. Yeah, I don't know if he. I don't know. As for you, I don't know if I could recommend. The story is okay. Like it's not a butt story. It's fine. But he really doesn't do very much that's all that impressive, if that makes sense. There's no like big wow, like when when you're watching Blazar and all of a sudden he starts pushing the moon and you start freaking out because it's like, oh my god, he's moving the moon with his bare hands. Omega doesn't have any moments like that. there are no moments in Ultraman Omega where you're like, it's like the most standard Ultraman fare. He does do CPR. How could I forget? No, I take it all back. He gives a monster CPR, guys. Omega's awesome. Just watch Omega's good episodes and you're fine. Yeah, I mean, Omega is like, what did I give it in the end? Like a 6.5 out of 10 after my first viewing. Like, story-wise, if you're going in for a very standard baseline level enjoyment Ultraman story, that itch will be scratched. If you're looking for any depth to that story, your itch will not be scratched. If you're looking for cool fights and epic moments, your itch will not be scratched. HQ Paragon says, outside of Taguchi and Tsujimoto to some extent, Omega doesn't really do anything insane. Yeah, I mean, like, if you're gonna watch any of his episodes, simply for the sake of enjoyment, simply for the sake of enjoying, well, okay. I guess the most impressive thing that he does is that he can, like, use telekinesis to freeze an opponent in one of his forms. And then he's got this, like, insanely fast slash ability. If anything, I would just watch the fight from episode 4 and you'll see that. I mean, there's really nothing. He doesn't do very much that's very impressive. It is unfortunate. Omega is one of those shows where you watch and it's like, everything presented to me is good. It's like being handed food that looks really nice and then you take a bite of it and it has no flavor. That's kind of what Omega feels like. Goji Guy says, Pacific Rim has been blowing up recently, and I've seen some Pacific Rim fans trying to say Gypsy Danger can beat Ultraman. I think... No. But no. He couldn't. But I do think it would at least be somewhat of a decent fight. No. Ultraman would wipe the floor with him. He's way too slow. Way too slow. What's the Gypsy Avenger? Can Gypsy Avenger also fire that beam out of his chest? Because maybe him would stand a chance. But even then, Ultraman would wipe the... Ultraman has historically wiped the floor with robots. Yeah, Arc... I do think Arc is a worse show than Omega. Broken Cosmos says, Omega was mostly casual. There were some cool moments, but nothing too unique, yeah. Lucas the Unbelievable says, Omega CPR is literally the most powerful ability in the franchise. Preach, bro. Striker watching Ultraman turn Gypsy Danger into a constellation. Yeah, that he would do that. Ultraman J casually destroys a planet with one slash. Yeah. See, the thing is, like, Ultraman... It's hard... you can't really power scale on Ultraman, especially the older ones, because they just kind of did things. they just kind of did things. But... If you are to power scale on Ultraman, you would, of course, have to consider all the insane things that they do. And if you really boil that down into one thing, like, Ultramen are insanely powerful. Like, if you have to, like, when power scaling Ultraman Omega, you have to include the CPR ability, and dude, like, that's earth shattering. Omega uses CPR to break everyone's sternums. Watch out. Omega secretly has smoke breaks too. Bro, I look like such a chud toddler drinking out of that water bottle. Like, you give me my sippy cup. All right, I'm gonna take these guys off the screen now. I'm gonna put these goats. No, not you. These guys back on. And what are we doing? What are we doing? OBS, bro. Move the images I have clicked. There you go. Who's a good OBS? You are. Oh my god, bro. Now these are some good looking designs, just in general. I am excited for Faust. So you said Ultraman for life, so I thought you said Ultraman for the files. Is Faust in the files? Omega uses circus music to confuse. Yeah, you know when Ultraman is gonna be awesome when his battle theme is literal circus music. Good Goopy next week will be peak. You know what? I think it will be. I think you're right. Oh, man, Faust, he does. I think when I am done watching these episodes, I will be going to buy figures of them like that. They are so nice. Ginga Victory 7X says, what's the best and worst Ultra series and movie you've seen? Easy. Best, Ultraman Z. Worst, Ultraman Trigger. Worst movie, Ultraman Trigger the movie. Boom. Godzilla is in the files? You just checked? Were they eating baby manillas, or like, was he a bad guy? Trigger sweep. Bro. Alright, bro. $100 donation, I'll rewatch it. Why is Godzilla actually in the file? What is this? What is this, bro? Should I put this on screen? should I put the... Do you want me to put this on the stream? Can we have the camera and a glass of water? Oh no! Skip Aragon says $40, but just the Taguchi episodes and Trigger. Holy win. Why am I frozen? Am I frozen for you? Or is this just on my end? Am I back? Did I like cut out during that? I kind of don't know what just happened. Dun 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 dun. Anyway, $40, but just the Taguchi episodes and Trigger is a win and a half, bro. I will take that. Godzilla Not says the camera needs a sip. Shut up. She says, do you think we should get a sequel to Ultraman Geed? No. Jay says, you have a figure about Piggy and other things, and now you have another one, which is Faust. Yeah, I got my pig collection. Y'all know about my pig collection? What y'all know about my piggies? What y'all know about... Ignore this. What y'all know about my piggies? Look at these piggies, bro. Look at all my piggies. This is my chud collection. Isn't this awesome? Look at that. I think that's where it was. Let's see. Goop collection win. GPTV goes feral while the tummies attack. There is no tummy here tonight, unfortunately. Is that Dyna? It's Dyna Pikachu. It's not a pig. Don't put Epstein on stream. YouTube won't like that. Why? Hey, these streams aren't monetized anyway, to be fair. All the money comes from donations. Which if, you know. You know. Where's Gilbaku? He's there. I showed him. He's right here. Piggy. Look at Peggy, bro. Awesome pig. This pig collection kind of means the world to me. I'm not even gonna lie. Dono's got a pig suit. Yes. Don't we want to bring my pig dreams to life? Oh yeah, that's a very small figure. Dude, I keep looking at these Dark Ultra designs and I'm just like frothing at the mouth. Give us this again. Like if you're gonna if you're gonna spam us with all these Dark Ultras, you know, that's why I give. You know, the best Dark Ultraman designs are the ones that look the most strange. Like, honestly, well, Belial's design is phenomenal. Belial easily is the best Dark Ultra design. That is the gold standard, the quintessential evil Ultraman. He looks incredible. Especially Kaiser Belial, dude. That is the Dark Ultra. But as far as like genuinely doing something new and unique, I give a lot of credit to Tragear. Tragear is a very unique Dark Ultra. He looks great. I froth when someone donates. Oh, there's the tummy attack.
I'm not doing it. I'm so fucking tired, bro.
Pig onesie for the Nexus finale, guys. Oh, and there's the... Made you think.
How was the episodes? Were they good?
They were definitely better than last week.
Did these guys show up?
No.
When did they show up?
A few episodes from now. It's episode 7. I watched 5.
You watched 5 of them?
No, I watched episode 5.
Oh. Just episode 5?
4 and 5. Okay. Up to 5. Trigger Dark was great.
Gone for that long?
No. Trigger Dark was great. Wrong! Wrong! Godzilla says, the Dark Blazer from a while back kind of scratched my itch for something like these 3, but Dark Blazer is not even an Ultra from what I've heard. Oh yeah. Can someone send me that? I'll put it on screen. Can someone send me a picture of Dark Blazer, or can I find it? Hold on. I can. Dun 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 dun. Oh God. He is freaky. Michael, I'm still streaming, bro. Hold on. Where's Dark Blazer? Yes. 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 Look at him. That is a scary design. It's a horrible suit. Wow. I don't remember him looking like that. It's really unique. Of course, it's the Dark Blazer that looks like that. God. Blazer's so good. Yeah, I said after the stream, Michael. I'm still streaming. Yeah, no, this is a great design. Gillark is, I think, a similar instance to Zagi, where it's like it's a better version of the Ultra's design. But that's what makes it lame. Like, if you're gonna keep giving us a Dark Ultraman, as long as it's not, focus on me. If you're gonna give us a Dark Ultraman, as long as it is not a carbon copy clone but blackened version of the normal Ultraman, you have my attention. You at the baseline have my attention. If you can give me, like, I don't know. And I'm not triggered dark. Iffy. If that counts. Iffy. I think it's kind of still a little too basic of a design. Because especially since it's just Belial atrocious, but worse. To me. But like, Traeger, at the very least, he was a little too similar to Belial. Give us a Dark Ultraman with more meat to them, you know? Bum 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 bum. Gil Arc doesn't look naked like normal Arc because of the lack of silver. That, and he's just got way more line work on him. And there was also, we can't forget, of course, they made a Dark Omega too, which I think was purple, but like, actually, can we get this fact checked? Wasn't he purple? Oh, no, he was just under purple lighting. He's not purple. False alarm. At least I think he's not. Did we not? His eyes are purple. Okay. Did chat not know about Dark Omega? There you go. There he is. There he is with gang. Let's see. Alright. Can we scale this down, please? There he is. Cover these guys up. Yeah. There's Dark Omega. He's it's just Omega but dark with purple eyes and a purple color timer. Thank God it's stage show exclusive, cause yikes. Omega Void, was that his name? Zero difference, yes. there quite literally is no difference. This fan art here I'm gonna put on the screen. Let's see if I can find it. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? What are we doing, bro? Alright, never mind. There's fan art of him as Ultraman Shadow. Ultraman Shadow. Here we go. Can I put this on screen? Oh, it's an Instagram post, and I just liked it. I guess I can't put that on screen. Anyway, shout out Ultraman Shadow for having a yellow. Let's see. At the very least, Void Omega has an exclusive weapon. He does. What is it? I am seeing no images of this weapon. Oh wait, he does. Oh wow. Holy low quality pixelated picture though. I'll put it on I'll put it on screen. This is supposedly his weapon. That's interesting. That's kind of cool. Something to set him apart. Anything to set him apart. That's fine. Yeah. Honestly, if anything, that should be a standard. Let me see if I can find a better picture of that weapon. There's not a lot of pictures of him in general. Yeah, but just like I'm sick of just the recolors. Give me Faust again, bro.
Well, I feel like Trigger Dark had the back things.
Well, Trigger
He had the cool mouth.
Yeah, but that was weird. I don't know. It's like I wish they.
The Dark Trigger thing was cool, or not Dark? Holy shit, I'm tired. Dark Blazer.
Yeah, I talked about him. The thing with Trigger Dark though is I think he looks way too similar to Belial Atrocious.
Yeah.
Like that's really the biggest. And Belial Atrocious is an incredible design. I think it is on par with. I think that is on par with Kaiser. Don't tell me that's the bird meteor kaiju but dark. I don't think it is. I don't think it is. How long have I been streaming for? 2 hours now? Alright. I do think I am going to wrap it up now. I've said my piece on Dark Ultras. Nexus was better. These episodes of Nexus were better. But, yeah. I'm mainly looking forward to next week. Galberos and Dark Faust. Holy lineup, bro. Paste. There we go. Waiting for next week. Yes. It's gonna be good. All right, thank you everyone for coming out tonight. This has been GPTV. I should be streaming at basically this exact time next week. If not on Friday, then on Saturday. It's one of those 2 days. So yeah, I'll see you guys then.